Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are reading Summer of the Secret Squadron, and we are going to do Chapter 5 and 6 today. Chapter 5. Just as we made it up to the 7th Street, and we were cutting across the Methodist Church parking lot, Logan challenged Sumner and I to a race around the rock street. We were off. We raced just about every day, and the rules were very strict. The race always began as we crossed Water Street. Then all the way around the block and back to the big elm tree that stood in our yard. Logan won, which was typical. Not necessarily for Logan, but for whoever declared the challenge. As was customary, the one proclaiming the challenge did so only after giving himself a small but significant lead. As we piled our bikes against the elm tree, Mrs. Jackson came out from across the street to congratulate the winner. "Logan, did you win today?" Mrs. Jackson grinned. "Yep, that makes 3 wins in a row," Logan bragged. "No, it does not," I corrected. "We haven't raced since Saturday, and I won that race." Mrs. Jackson smiled. "Have you been down to the bayou today? This is the first I've seen you out on your bikes today." "We've been busy inside," I said, not wanting to divulge our secret. "Inside, on a day like today? I figured you'd be shooting off leftover bottle rockets and firecrackers." Mrs. Jackson acted surprised. "We don't have any left over. We shot them all off yesterday," Sumner said matter-of-factly. "Besides, we're working on something top secret," Logan blurted out, obviously wanting to tell someone. "Logan!" Sumner and I both scolded. "Top secret? Why, that sounds exciting," Mrs. Jackson said playfully. "I love secrets. Is there any way I can get in on it?" She was not going to let Logan's comment slide, but without at least having a little fun with us first. "Actually, we may need your help with our project." I stalled. "But could we wait and tell you about it tomorrow? We've got a few loose ends we need to tie up first." "Boy, I don't know if I can wait that long." Mrs. Jackson continued to play. "Maybe if you just told me one little piece of information, that would hold me over until tomorrow." "We found something up in Benjamin's room, in a secret compartment," Logan said before I could think of anything else to say. "Oh my goodness, a secret compartment. Are you sure you can't tell me more?" Mrs. Jackson questioned. "I think Logan said enough already," Sumner said, trying to put an end to Logan's loose lips. "Okay, I'll be waiting on pins and needles until tomorrow," Mrs. Jackson said to prevent Logan from digging himself deeper into trouble. "Would it be all right if I tell William about our little secret?" "I guess, but no one else can know," I insisted. "Yes, sir," Mrs. Jackson saluted. We said goodbye to Mrs. Jackson and went into the house to try out Sumner's theory. We settled in around the dining room table and picked out one of the messages that began with the numbers 10 and 13. "So if X is the same as 10, Logan recalled, and also the same as your IQ, Sumner ridiculed Logan. "Duh," Logan returned. Logan was good at snappy comebacks. "And if 10 equals X, then the key is X equals 13, I said, trying to keep us focused. We used the key to begin deciphering the message, and it worked. The message was as follows. 20th of July. Secret Squadron alert. Henry, you, and Joyce, meet me at TP Cave at 2 o'clock. Thursday, and we will go over our strategy to get rid of Ivan once and for all. Jim, SSC. TP Cave? That sounds like Lean-To Cave, Sumner said. Do you think it's the same place? It has to be, I said. Is there any other cave we know of that looks like a big teepee? Lean-To Cave, as we called it, was actually little more than a large outcropping of rocks on the other side of the bayou. A giant pointed boulder leaned up against the bluff, creating a large walk-through that made it look like a tent or a teepee. It was one of our favorite places. Even when it was raining, we could play there and stay dry. We imagined Indians camping there during one of their great hunting trips, and bears hibernating there in the winter, although we never found a trace of Indians or bears. What is Secret Squadron? Logan asked, noting the first part of the message. Don't you remember? Sumner questioned. That was the name of the radio show, Captain Midnight and the Secret Squadron. Kids who sent in proofs of purchase became members of the Secret Squadron and got stuff like the decoder. I remember that, but what's a squadron? Logan reiterated. A squadron is like a team of fighter planes that fly out together in battle, like during World War II, I answered. I guess this message was sent to all kids in the neighborhood that were members, Sumner concluded. Do you think these kids played up there at the cave, just like we do? Logan wondered. It sure sounds like it, Sumner said. I never thought about other kids being up there. Indian kids, maybe, but not kids like us. Hey, I just got a great idea, Logan said. We could be the Secret Squadron. That could be the name of our club. I thought we decided on the Racers, Sumner said, defending the name he came up with. We never said that for sure. I think Logan is right. The Secret Squadron is a cool name, and it's original. No one will ever know what it means. Yeah, I guess I like it better too, Sumner agreed. It is original. We could use the decoder to send each other messages, just like these kids were doing, Logan added. And we could use some of the symbols from the code manual for our clubhouse, I continued. You know, we've had to convince Trevor and Jacob and the rest of the gang, and that means we'll have to tell them our secret, Sumner informed us. I know, and we will. Just not until we decode all of the messages. Let's figure out what we have before we go telling everybody else, I said unapologetically. Trevor and Jacob were a grade ahead of us and had a tendency to be a little bossy at times. I could see them trying to take over the whole show. That sounds good to me, Sumner said. Let's get back to work. There are 9 more messages to decipher, and we only have an hour before we go to help your dad close up the store. Let's get to it, Logan proclaimed. Chapter 6. We picked out the next message to be deciphered. It appeared that Sumner's Roman numeral theory was going to work for the rest of the pages, as messages number 7 was easily deciphered with the key V equals 26. The message was dated 3rd of July and reads as follows. Jim, Ivan broke into storehouse Saturday night. Some explosives taken. Nothing else disturbed. I'm not sure what Ivan would be up to. All other valuables have been moved to a more secure location. Henry, SSFC. As each message was decoded, we began writing them down in order in our own spiral notebook. The mention of valuables got Logan going again, fantasizing about the possibility of us finding a chest full of gold, money, or jewels. Sumner and I were the sensible ones that kept a level head, at least one on the outside. Inwardly, I couldn't help but have a small flicker of hope of something. I tried not to imagine what that something was, but the flicker was there. And as we began deciphering the next message, that flicker was fanned into a small blaze. Here's a picture of the next message. It's all kind of jumbled up there. That's it, I said, finishing up the last of the coded message. What have we got? Let's see. 27th of July. Jim. Classified documents and other Logan began reading through the chain of letters. Articles, Sumner helped. I know, Logan scolded. I don't need any help. 27th of July. Jim. Classified documents and other articles placed in roof. Okay, now I need help. I'm not sure either. Eve of Belfry, Sumner guessed with a doubtful look on his face. I think it's Belfry, but I'm not sure, I said. What's a belfry? Logan questioned, with a doubtful look on his face. I don't know, but it seems like I've heard that word before, I admitted. The rest of it is, Joyce may bring other documents to best to be stored as well. Henry, SSFC. Eve of Belfry. Are you sure you didn't skip a letter in there somewhere, Benjamin? Logan asked. We went through that section of the code that was giving us trouble and double-checked the letters. That's it all right, Sumner concluded. Let's go ask your mom, Logan said. Maybe it will make sense to her. Logan grabbed the notebook and we all ran outside to the garden where Mom, Emily Ann, and Caleb were picking strawberries. Emily Ann had a small basket in her hand, but the strawberries were never making it to the basket, since she and Caleb were eating every berry they picked. Hey, don't eat them all, Emily. Save some for us, I demanded. If you want any, you'd better start helping pick them. It's first come, first serve around here, Mom said, giving me a look. All right, I accepted. Mom, we need your help. What can I do for you? Mom asked, changing to a more pleasant tone. How's it coming with your secret codes? I want to help, Emily Ann spoke up. Me too, Caleb chimed in. Y'all can't help. You can't even read, I remarked. Yes, I can, Emily insisted. Mom, I said, pleading with her to make Emily and Caleb leave us alone. They were constantly wanting to join in with me and my friends in whatever we were doing. Emily Ann, Caleb, why don't you go and pick the tomatoes? Mom requested to give them something to keep them busy. Make sure you only pick the ones that are red. We've decoded 8 messages so far, I informed her, but we're not sure about this one. Does it make any sense to you? I handed Mom the notebook. We understand everything but this part, Logan said, pointing to the problem area. Is it roof, eve of belfry? Well, let's see. 27th of July, Jim. Classified documents and other articles placed in roof, eve of belfry. Joyce may bring. Yeah, it looks like roof, eve of belfry, Mom agreed. Well, what's a belfry? Summer questioned. A belfry is a bell tower, like on the church, Mom said. Does our church have a belfry? I asked, looking at Mom. No, I think that St. Paul's is the only church downtown that has bells, Mom thought. You think these kids really hid something in the Episcopal Church? Sumner wondered. Maybe. It's hard to tell what is imaginary and what might be real, I said. These coded messages are real, and the decoder. If there's something up there, it's probably just more coded messages, Sumner said in a lackluster tone. It would still be fun to find out, Logan said optimistically. Do you think we can get into the church to go look? Well, you'll need to ask for permission, Mom advised. If you go right now, you might still catch someone in their office. What are we waiting for? Let's go, I said, motioning for us to hurry. Make sure you don't tear anything up and don't do anything dangerous, Mom called after us. We won't, the 3 of us assured Mom as we hurried to our bikes. And that's the end of Chapter 6. I'm sure you come back tomorrow for Chapter 7.